Good evening, my Sandum citizens. I address you tonight because of an important matter concerning our nation. For the second time in our history, we face a problem that can only be found in the government which we are party to. Indeed, it has become necessary for more power to be delegated to our state and to our people for the betterment of ourselves. It has become even more necessary for our defense, for courts, and for a working legislature of our people here at home. However, none of these have been provided as of late by the current government that we are subject to, and indeed the legislature that we are party to has failed to pass any recent legislation concerning the people's rightful government. This evening I received a letter of grave concern addressed to my office from one of our fellow citizens, Mr. McCarrin. Within this letter, the most moving compassion and emotion for our people and state was expressed by him, and it can only be responded to by a concrete motion set forth by this government, by this office. This letter enumerated the many issues with our current government, and in relation to our long-standing tradition of socialist government by democratic means. It is with grave concern and fidelity to my duty as your governor that I can only express my very same concern and my gratitude to Mr. McCarrin for his same. Mr. McCarrin noted the many malfunctions of this government, including its own stature that limits the rightful growth and rights of our citizens and our people for democratic and socialist government. It is within the deep regard towards my nation and fidelity of my oath that I do so continuously swear to promote the general welfare, harmony, democracy, and freedom from all civil vice, and to protect the sovereign people of this territory, their welfare, their honor, their dignity, and their realm, that I can only agree with Mr. McCarrin's recognition of the plight of this state, and expressed my most sincere apologies to my state and to my people, to this sovereign people. It is within my duty that I must report that a citizen of the territory has motioned for the process of secession to begin. Under the Act on the Reformation of the Territorial Government of Sandus of November 2010, it is when the people have expressed interest to secede from the Federal Republic and dissolve the Commonwealth with St. Charlie that the Governor convenes with the Popular Caucus of Sandus to form the State Caucus. As this office ought to be just and right to the citizens of the nation and the sovereign people, it is within my duty that I affirm this motion of secession. Thereby, under the Act on the Reformation of the Territorial Government of Sandus, November 2010, Section 2, the Powers of the Popular Caucus of Sandus, Article 8, Subsection B, I dissolve the Popular Caucus and the governorship into the State Caucus of Sandus. This body willing, by a majority vote in approval for secession, the motion shall be pressed to national referendum. Should the people of this territory so find it necessary, the State Caucus of Sandus shall declare independence from the Federal Republic of St. Charlie, and begin to draft the Constitution of Sandus, which shall be ratified by both the State Caucus and by national referendum. I understand that these actions are difficult, but it is within the best interest of the territory and our people that this action ought to be conducted in a legal and binding manner. It is my sincere hope that we as a people may continue to grow and express our sole ability to aid each other by the means of a rightful, democratic, and socialist government. It is within my power granted to me by our sovereign people that I affirm this motion for secession. The road may be long, but it is definitely worthwhile. Therefore, I do sincerely hope that all of our citizens, that all of you, understand the gravity of this motion and the necessary steps we ought to take to secure our independence in the best interest of our people. Thank you, and good evening.